Voice in the Streets, Unfiltered, Xavier Brand on MIC with my girl
Desi T.
And we're talking Keith Lee and his food reviews of Atlanta restaurants. Mm-hmm. All right. Tell us where he went, where that's causing an uproar right now.
Yeah, so when he went to the Real Milk and Honey, he basically did a food review without getting any food. So that's kind of like, you didn't even eat nothing. And this is going on to the fact that they have house rules. They have certain days and times where they don't do things for deep cleaning. I guess in the midst of the pandemic and things like that, that they're still abiding to that. And so when he went into the restaurant, they were not serving him any food, or his family, because remember he doesn't go in there. They weren't giving him any food. But do you have the clip so you can hear his actual review?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go.
And currently we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock. But we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car and my family went in, and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door is wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders. Now we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is. Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules, and this is one of them. I want to be very clear, we're not blaming one person or saying one person was rude. In plain terms, don't call this restaurant trying to get nobody fired. Ain't nobody do nothing. This is just the rules they had. If you don't like their rules not for you. And for me and my family, the rules just wasn't for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in and they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else.
So yeah. He didn't get no food.
He didn't get any food.
But he left a review. To a certain extent. So the Real Milk and Honey has responded as of today. And Twitter and social media is kind of backlashing them because it's not a good response at all. So they said, first and foremost, thank you, Keith Lee, for your pop-up and honest assessment and for your acknowledgement of understanding that negative vibrations never win. Stay doing what you're doing and being a positive brother. Second, let's address the negative people that obviously need time to heal within themselves if they came in really hot without actually hearing or had a real understanding of what you actually communicated. Every business, small or large, successful or not, has worked really, really hard to try their best to make their mark in an extremely tough business. As a successful restaurateur owner, I never drag anyone's business, even if I have a disappointing moment, because I have principles and I know how hard any business work just to start. I commend any business and any person that got off their butt and just tried. Keith, there's no love lost and we love you. That is it.
So to me, it didn't sound like Keith was dragging the restaurant. He simply was saying, and at the end he said, hey, this is just the rules. If the rules that you don't appreciate, you don't have to frequent their business. You know what I'm saying? And he just shows the rules weren't for him.
And they do have some pretty tough rules. If I can name some house rules, one of them is, let me see, 18% gratuity added to parties of 5 or more or checks larger than 75. We do not provide individual checks. However, we will allow you up to 3 forms of payment. No reservations unless you're Barack Obama. No table hibernations. That's 90-minute max. What's this other one? No parties larger than 4 on days that end in Y. We're a small place and we get busy. Large groups we have to accommodate. We do not push tables together. We have no waiting area inside, so keep in mind if you wait on the list, you can receive a text when your table is ready. Remember, this is supposed to be fun. That's just a couple of house rules right there.
I mean,
it's Atlanta. That seems like a typical. There's also if your whole party isn't here, we're not going to seat you.
Exactly.
Which I think is BS.
I think it's dumb too, but whatever.
So, the internet has responded to that particular, their response, and they're just like, this is not how you respond to this situation. Like, you could have gone about this a better way. Someone said this was corny and they are about to be out of business very soon. What did this other one say? There are businesses that say black people don't support them because they're black, as opposed to them not knowing how to give great customer service. You don't know Keith Lee, but your staff tried to do right by him the moment that he walked into the store. Once they realized that it was him trying to make an order. Okay.
But see, that's the thing though. And I think that was Keith's point, is that I'm a regular person who doesn't want special treatment. I want to be treated just like everybody else. Right. And if you're treating me just like everybody else, and this is how you treat us, I don't necessarily want to frequent this business. And every person who's a paying customer has the right to do that. And I think that black people don't want to support other black businesses is not customer service. It's because the customer service is not with the customer in mind. Yeah. Granted, you also have a business to maintain, which I respect. Mm-hmm. So you may have to put this, well, we can't fit a party of more than 4 in here because of the spacing issues, and we let you know that up front. And me as a customer, I have to choose whether or not I want to agree to that rule or not.
Do you feel like that statement that I read from the Real Milk and Honey was bashing Keith? Do you feel like it was anything negative towards Keith?
I think it could be a little undertone. When you say no love lost, that gives me a little feeling like, oh, you feel some type of way.
Because people are like, Keith told folks not to bash his place, yet they're coming for him instead of fixing their issues. Okay, well, got it.
Yeah, well, I think people don't know how to read. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think people don't know how to read, and they put their own personal opinion on things. I don't think they verbally or said anything, or in that statement said anything that was like derogatory towards.
Yeah, some people are saying like the Real Milk and Honey are claiming that are responding as if they're the victim instead of being accountable for their actions.
Like, I mean, they didn't. I don't know if they issued an apology.
It wasn't an apology. It was just a statement.
And I don't know if that's what people want, is that you to say sorry, we'll work to do better, or change out your business model to accommodate us. But they don't have to do that. But what they are saying is that, look, we're a business who's done what we can to make our impact here in this hard business, in this hard market that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Respect. You know what I'm saying? I salute all black businesses. I think all customers are saying is that, you know, sometimes the way in which you do that does not benefit the customer, and you have to live with the loss sometimes of a customer saying, I ain't jacking that.
This is the business, though. You clearly in your statement said that this is a competitive, route that you're in, a competitive business. I mean, this is just what it is. People gonna come in and say what they like, what they don't like, and you just continue to learn from that and move forward. So I don't know, that response, they even, along with that written response, was also a video, which I do think was tacky.
Now that was shade.
Yeah, that video was tacky, where they were like, who is Keith Lee? Who is Keith Lee? And I think that was tacky, and that would kind of make you not want to go somewhere like that.
And you felt some type of way. That's why you did that video. You know what I'm saying? You felt that type of way.
It was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. And it shows like, oh, you really don't care about us then.
Yeah.
This is a man who wake up just like you, and he's trying to sit there and say, I tried to come get some food because, this was on the list.
This is what people tell me to go. They tell me to come here.
And I can't come. But then what I'm seeing is that people are coming in. You know what I'm saying? They doing certain things. So now you're worried about your image, and now we got an issue.
That's Atlanta. You're worried about your image. Let's got Atlanta written on it all day.
That's what I said. But whatever.